This is class 10th employability skill, code is 402, and we are taking unit number 2, self-management skills. We are going to discuss about the stress management. Stress. How to be stress-free, what are the ways, what is stress? Self-management. Self means you. I'm talking about yourself, a single person. You might have heard about manager. Manager is managing many people or resources. But when it is about yourself, an individual, how to manage yourself. And this is also referred to as self-control. That is, in order to control, what is the ability of one to control their emotion, their feelings, their thoughts, their behavior, how their outburst, they're in different kind of situation, and how effectively they control them. So this also includes how to get energy, how to motivate yourself, how to be happy, how to set goals, because everyone has to have a goal to succeed. So motivation and setting a goal and thriving to get it, that is also come under this thing. Now, people who are strong in their management, they can manage themselves, they have self-management skills, good. They are always better than others. They are always regarded good as others. Now, whoever is the employer, the people who are going to give you job, the company is going to give you job, they always want people who are having good self-management skills. They can manage themselves well, they can talk well, they can behave well. When it comes to basics of self-management, whether it is about your house, about your personal relationship, about your school, college relationship or behavior, or even your work, your job, your business, everywhere, this self-management plays a very important role. So there are always ways to improve these skills. These skills are discipline, that is rules and regulation you follow. You behave how you are supposed to. Timeliness. Without time, there is nothing, because time never waits for anyone. How to manage the time. The goal we have set, or we have to set a goal. Any problem is coming, how to solve that problem in a better way, in an effective and efficient way. Teamwork, how you are behaving with other people. And professionalism, whatever you have studied, whatever you have done, you have to be professional in that work. You need to complete them on time and with total effectivity. Now this kid is trying some self-management. There is a candy there. And when the kid can do it, we are mature people. So we need to master certain skills so that we can get success in our life. First is self-awareness. What we are. We need to get this information, maybe from others. We can ask for honest feedback. We know our personality, we can gather the insights of our personality, and also what we can do better. What are our work specific proficiencies? Just think how you handled situation well, or how you're going to handle certain situation, or whether you have not, how you have done it differently if that condition come again, that situation arises again. Second thing comes is responsibility, taking ownership, zimmedari. Means you cannot get away from the work. You have to do it. That is, if a teacher has given you a task and you have to give that assignment on Monday, submit that assignment on Monday, you have to do it on Monday. But if you're not able to do it, every time it is not possible, you have to give a proper reason and you have to report it and try to not do it again, repeat it again. Third thing is time management. Time never stops for everyone. Time is very precious. So you need to prioritize things. What you want to do, what you have to do, which time you have to do. Religiously, you have to follow these rules which you are going to make in your life. If you are doing anything anything which is not worthy, wasting your time, just remove it. Just remove it from your life. Make a timetable and follow it. Now, adaptability. Now you see this picture is showing how an umbrella, the person has adapted himself so that he can save from rain. So prepare yourself for any kind of changes. You have to be like a clay, wet clay. You are able to be mold, because you are going to transit from different front to front, situation to situation. So you need to be adaptable. Don't be adamant. Don't be, just arrogant. Adapt yourself, because flowing water is always clean. Though the water which stays at some point will always develop some germs. Be adaptable. Stress management. Stress. What is stress? Tanav. The mental tension. The idea of not feeling well, thinking about something, not able to work properly, mind. Have you ever felt, I'll just give an example before I go ahead. The kids are always worried they will not pass the exam, or they might not have prepared for a topic or some discussion. Might be the question will come from that topic which they haven't gone through. So there is always a fear of unsuccessfulness in life. Everyone will have it. Okay. Yes, this is stress. That is the fear of failure, the fear of not getting what you want. This is stress. Okay. But think about that stress where a life is at stake. Stress is always good if it is in limited time, limited amount. But if the stress goes along for prolonged time, you are always in stress, some problem, mental tension. Life is all about like this way. Sometimes you will have happiness, sometimes you will not be happy. You will be sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. But that sadness should not grow into stress. If some situation comes like this, you will be getting some health problem, hypertension, diabetes, mental pressure, even the breakdown and mental troubles. Okay. So what is stress actually? Let me give you a definition. Stress can be defined as our emotional, related to your feeling, okay, happiness and like this. Then mental is because you think from your mind. Then physical, it can be you might have some disease, say you have some kidney in your stone, sugar patient you have become. These are all social reaction. Because you live in society, how you react, there's certain condition which comes. So all these emotional, mental, physical and social reaction to any demands or threats which are perceived as demand or threat. So the demands and threats I am talking about are stressors. They are creating stress. For example, if you want a bike, your father is not giving you a bike, or your demand is not fulfilling. This is a kind of stress you will develop. Okay? Means, see, you will not get everything. Your idea of getting everything will never be achieved. Even the most richest people want more. Okay? For example, threat. If you're going to a jungle, you'll always be worried about some animal may attack. That is a threat. Okay. So something may happen, something is always there which is related to your demand and threat and your outburst, your reaction. These are stress. These are stressors. I'll give an example. See, if you have to give exam and you always feel I'm unprepared, there's something I should have read, you feel always unprepared. There is one more thing. If your mother, father, your girlfriend, your best friend, and one thing I would like to mention here, child, anybody, men, women, if they lose their child, it's like, it's like a death only for mother, father. I know that. So experiencing a loss of someone else. And then sometimes you're worried about yourself. You are not very confident. That is, you cannot speak well, or you are not dressing well in people. That is also a stress. And if you have seen most of the accidents, they are caused because of night, dark, lack of sleep and liquor, alcohol. So this lack of sleep is also a cause of stress. We will always be stressed. So these are all examples of stress. Next thing comes is how to manage this stress. See, stress will always be there. This is an inevitable thing. Stress is always there. For example, you want to call someone and your battery dies of phone. That is a stress. If you have to go somewhere in your bike or your car, the car get punctured. That is a stress. But sometimes this stress is always good. Sometimes it is good. For example, a fire alarm. Now this is intended to create stress. The alerts, the voice, the noise. This is a stress noise. But this is alerting you of a danger. If this stress is not there, you will not be able to respond and people may lose their life. Sometimes you have a deadline, you have to complete a task, you have to do the assignment in that deadline. That is a stress and that is a good stress. This is a good stress. That is going to motivate you, that is going to move you to work harder. But when this stress is again and again prolonged time, and this has an opposite effect. This will harm, this will affect your emotion, physical health, and all the ability, the work you can do, it will be affected. Whether it is at your home, in your school, or even in your relationship. It will affect adversary, right? Because now you are in stress, you are not a normal being. So this stress is good, but if it is prolonged, it is not good. So how to manage stress? We have to make a plan. Because every day we will have multiple pressure and you cannot be ostrich. You have to face them. Life, wife, relationship, kids, society, everywhere you will get pressure, stress. So you have to strike, you have to find out a balance between your life, work, relationship. Then you have to do some relaxation, some exercise, some fun. It can be talking to your girlfriend, it can be going to some park, it can be going to your friends. All this fun has to be there. So I need to tell you about ABC of stress management. The ABC of stress management: A stands for adversity, B for belief, and C for consequences. Adversity is basically the stressful event. That is anything which has come, which you don't want, which should not happen to you, and that has happened. No one thinks that I will get cancer, but people only get cancer. We are only, human beings. Beliefs, that is way you respond to the event. Something happens and you respond, say irresponsibly, or something which just come into your mind, and that are because of your beliefs. Consequences or actions and the outcomes of the event. You have taken a lottery ticket and you didn't get money and you lose all the money. Or somewhere you have something done but you went to a loss. So this stress management is very much helpful. It can help you to have a wonderful, good, amazing, joyful life, happy life. So stress management is so much necessary because you have to, there is only one life. So it has to be joyful. You will be able to focus and complete the task on time. Okay? You will be a happy person, and when you will be a happy person, you will be able to have a stress-free life. And when you are happy, other will be also happy. You will be more energetic. You will be able to spend a good time, quality time, wonderful time, happy time with your friends and your family. Okay? That is how stress management is so much necessary. There are 3 steps to manage stress. Say, nobody can tell you how to manage stress. Let us that be clear. But we can just discuss this. There are certain ways which you can try how to manage stress. First thing is, understand whether you are stressed or not. Unless you know that you are in stress, how you are going to solve that problem? If you are having headache, you are not able to sleep, if you are sad every time, you overthink or worry about something, you are nervous always. When you know this, when this is happening to you, that may be a cause of a stress. Stress is a mental, it's a body, it's a physical problem. It can always happen to anyone. Then you identify what is causing your stress. When you understood it may be stress, what is causing these headaches, sleeplessness, or sadness? It may be because of your exam, because of your family problem, family pressure. It can be money issue. It may be food because you're not eating good food. So these are the possible causes of stress. And finally, you need to apply stress management methods. I'm going to talk about these methods, but you have to apply these stress management methods. First of all, you have to manage your time. As I said, time is money. What we do, we always do things which are not worthy. See, the other person has got this, we haven't got this. So we don't think about ourselves. We have to focus what is important for us, for our family, for as a human being, what is important for us. Just go to someone, talk to someone, go to a counselor, go to your friend, go to your girlfriend, go to your mother, go to your person whom you trust and discuss an issue. Okay? Take time to relax because stress can only be relieved if unstress is there. So unstress yourself. Go to watch movie, talk to your friends, go to any activity that feel you relax. So whatever makes you happy, do it. I'm just saying legal, okay? There are certain things which are illegal. So always do things which will make you happy. Your thoughts can be say redirected to good things. The stress, whenever it comes, it is very difficult to cope with this stress. But still, there are certain techniques you can manage your stress. You can try, because sometimes you will have happiness, sometimes you will be sad, sometimes there will be stress, lot of stress. So how to get relief from it? The first thing comes is a time management. If you manage your time properly, that is, see, 70 years, 80 years we live, and most of the time we sleep. The time is very less. So in order to have a good life, we need to have a good time management. That is, always do things which are not giving you stress. Then physical exercise and fresh air. Today, people are going towards yoga, meditation, breathing exercise. So if you follow a healthy routine, stress will be relieved, or you can relieve yourself from this stress. As I said, yoga, meditation, deep breathing, this will help you to increase the blood circulation in your body, and also it relaxes your body. You can take a walk. It's not possible today because of corona, but still you can take a walk and you can play in the park, because you need fresh air, good oxygen, and that is how you become more active. So these are the relaxation techniques that can reduce stress. Next come is diet, food, healthy food, mineral, vitamin, proper salt. This should be in your body. So eating a balanced diet like dal, roti, vegetable, fruit that you need all these content along with a lot of fiber. So this is healthy diet. Now you need to work efficiently. That is only possible when you have a good diet. And most important is the positivity. See, there will be always negativity around you. You need to focus on the positive part, positive news, positive stuff, positive thing. For example, if this glass is filled, you don't have to half it. So you have to assume it to be half filled rather than thinking that it's half empty. So stay positive. For example, if you, in an exam, you secured less marks. So it will not stop your life. Have a positive attitude. Try to improve next time to get good marks. Academic life, most of the student, they don't go along with the class. That is, they don't have class notes, they don't do assignments on time, they don't keep track of the deadlines of exams and assignment. So always keep the track, do everything on time, and that will relieve a lot of stress, because when you don't do it on time, there will always be a possibility of stress. Sleep. Our body is biologically designed to take a rest. So at least sleep for 7 to 8 hours. For example, your mobile, when it gets discharged, it needs to be plugged in to a power point so that it gets charged, and then it can work for a whole day the next day. Same is with your body. And always find time for holidays with whomsoever you like your family or friend. Go to a relative place, your grandpa, grandmama's place, and any place of your choice, summer vacations, because the normal routine, you need to break your normal routine once in a while, and then you can start recharge afresh. You can come back and work with efficient way. Ability to work independently. See, if you can become a calm and relaxed person, you will have this ability to work independently. That is, you don't need anyone else. You can work by yourself. That is, You don't need help every time. How do we do that? That means self-awareness, self-monitoring, self-correcting is important. That is, know yourself, monitor your life, monitor your way of working, and then if something is going on a wrong track, correct it. That's your responsibility. And first of all, you need to know what you are going to do, what you're supposed to do, and take the initiative. Don't blame on others. Always be leader in your work, in your job, even in your class. So always take initiative and recognize your mistake. That is, don't blame it on others. To err is human. Every human will do mistake. So recognize your mistake. Don't blame it on another person. And always try to learn continuously. Studies are always good. Knowledge is always advisable. Emotional intelligence. See, most of us are, by birth emotional. That is, every time you see people happy, they are sad, they are angry, they are depressed, they react to situation. So your body is designed for that emotion. But the thing is, if you are too emotional, that is a hurdle in your life. How can you intelligently use this emotion to prosper in life, to have success in life? Okay? So everyone has emotions. Not a single person I can tell you that doesn't have emotion. So how to identify and manage your emotion in a good way? And also you can manage the emotions of other people. So you need 3 skills. First of all, these skills are very important. First is emotional awareness. Sometimes you see something happening with the kid and you just start crying. So first identify that what is your strong emotion. What you cannot see, or what makes you uneasy, emotional. Then harness your emotion. That is, whatever emotion you have and you know that this is your weakness, or emotionally your breakdown can happen, try to channelize this to a good way and use it for thinking and problem solving. Because if you're crying, nothing will happen. There is no use of crying, there is no use of anger. Okay? Then you can manage this emotion. Sometimes there is outburst. See, most of the people in the jail, they are in the jail because they got angry at spur of the moment. So just be support of others, manage your emotion. So emotional intelligence would help you for a better relation, even with your family. It can be your friend, it can be family like your brother, sister, or even in your neighbor. So better relation can only come when you have control on your emotion and you intelligently use this emotion for your betterment and the betterment of the society, family, friends. Okay? I'll give an example. See, Ravi and his best friend Shiv, they are 2 people and they are practicing annual school dance competition. So they are performing solo, and when the competition was held, Shiv, he won the competition. Now Ravi, the other person who lost, he felt very sad, very dejected. He was very angry, and at a sudden outburst, he shouted at Shiv, unnecessarily cried, did not talk with his parents for 3-4 hours. So this is an emotional background because of not getting the success. Okay? Now this is an emotional background. In every aspect of life, in every walk of life, you are not going to win. You will lose many times. So just accept it gracefully. There is always loss, and this is a normal part of life. You cannot win every time. Okay? So now, what would happen if Ravi is emotionally intelligent, and he would have accepted this defeat gracefully, and he would have thought that I would do better, I will prepare better, and next time I am going to win the competition. Okay? He might have gone to Shiv and given him said that, oh, you have won and I'm so happy for you. Right? This is the better way. Now, what are the steps to manage emotional intelligence? First of all, you have to understand your emotion, because your emotion are known to you only. Other people can only judge. So observe your behavior, uh, try to find out things you need to work upon, and then improve. Rationalize, that is, do not take decision abruptly. Okay, think about future, think about what will happen to if you take this decision. So be rational and do meditation, yoga, keep yourself calm. So these are understanding your emotion, rationalization, and deep practice. Now let us see the question and answer. Describe stress and stress management in your own words and list your favorite stress management. So as we have done it already, let us see. Describe stress and stress management. So stress is our emotional, mental, physical, and social reaction. Whatever you have in your body, how do you react? How do you react? How do your body react? How do your emotion react to any kind of perceived demand or threat? So some demand is there, that is, if you wanted something, it didn't come. You wanted something and you are trying something hard and you're not getting it. And threat, that is, something is there which makes you depressed, stressed out, that okay, this can happen to me. For example, exam is there and you feel unprepared. Okay, you are living in a community and something can happen and you may be succumb to any kind of physical or mental problem. So always we have stress in our life. There will be always good part of your life, bad part of your life. So always there are stress management technique, there are daily pressures. So you have to see your daily routine, and you need to manage yourself, because always the stress is a prolonged kind of stress. Good stress is always advisable. So try to maintain a balance between life, work, relationship, relaxation, and fun. Try to do those things which makes you happy, and try to be away from what doesn't make you happy. For example, fire alarm is a good stress, but the stress which is prolonged can mentally and physically affect you. List your favorite stress management techniques and elaborate on why you find it the most effective for you. So stress management technique, how to manage the stress, because as I said, stress will always come. No one will be away from stress. First is, because we already seen this, so let me just go through it. You have to choose one of them and then explain. So let me go through all of these. Time management. Time is very important. Do physical exercises. Try to take fresh oxygen. Always have or take healthy diet. Be positive. In your academic life or in any part of your life, be organized. Try to sleep 7 to 8 hours and go for a holiday with your family and friends. Have fun, talk to them, discuss your problem, and then get relieved. So now you can take one of them, like you say, in all of these, healthy diet is my favorite, because I love to eat healthy, because healthy food means healthy body means healthy brain, healthy heart, and I'm emotionally intelligent. So you can take one of them and just discuss. We'll talk about self-awareness, and this is related to strength and weakness analysis. Strength awareness or self-awareness is about yourself, knowing about your good, your bad, your strength, and your weaknesses. How to analyze them, why it is important. Self-awareness. Self means you. I am talking about an individual. So being self-aware, it means that you know about yourself, identifying your strength and weakness, because a person only knows about him better than anyone else. So the best thing is to know strengths, that is what are good in you, and weaknesses, with the things which are bad in you. Okay, what people like in you and what people dislike in you. So you are the best judge of yourself. So self-awareness, why it is required? Because whatever weaknesses you identify, it can be changed, converted, or manipulated into strength. This can be done because weaknesses can, by practice, can become strength. And strength, which you already have, can be strengthened, can be made into exceptional talent. So in order to attain success wherever in life, personal or professional, strength and weakness analysis is all about knowing yourself. So what is knowing yourself? Because as I said, you are the best judge of yourself. No one else can guide you. They can only counsel you. So who am I? Knowing yourself. What are my beliefs? What are my thoughts? From where I am coming? What is my background? What are my roots? What are my genetics? Okay? Beliefs, background. What are my opinions on various aspects which are going in the world, which are going in my life, which are going in my vicinity? How do I think? Whether I think good, bad, positive, negative. What do I like? What I don't like, dislike. And what are my moral and ethical values? Okay, the rules and regulation, do I follow them or not, or I just take them lightly? So what do I like? What do I dislike? What are my beliefs? What are my opinions? From what background I come? What I do well? What I'm good at? And what I cannot do well? That is how strength and weaknesses you measure. If you measure them, then only if you know yourself, then only you can do this strength and weaknesses. So the main idea is to know about yourself. Strength and weakness analysis. Strength means what are your strong points? What are your good deeds, things? And what are weaknesses? That is what you are not good at. So whatever is done in the business, in personal, in professional life, you will always see that there will be some SWOT analysis. So every time, whenever something is started, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT analysis is taken care or is done. Because whether this work can be successful all depends on what are the strengths. And when we talk about individual, it's all about strength and weaknesses. But everyone has some opportunities also and threats also. Threats means if something can happen bad. Opportunities are what is open for me, what is closed for me. And strength and weaknesses means what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. So understanding strength and weaknesses is all about knowing about your characteristics, your attributes. Like for example, what is your name? Okay, what qualification do you have? What you have learned? What skills you have? Abilities you have? What is your interpersonal relationship? How do you behave with people? How do you talk? That is, being self-aware is all about knowing about your inner strength. Do you have any talent which is still hidden? What skills do you have, possess, or you have acquired? And also your weaknesses. So how to define this strength and weaknesses? The question will come into your mind, how do I know what comes under strength and weaknesses? So let me take the example of strength and weaknesses first. For example, strength can be, I am good at creative writing. So when I'm good at creative writing, this is my strength. That is, I have good vocabulary, I can write well, I can present well. I am confident of speaking in front of an audience. I am a good speaker. I am a good orator. People get connected with me. Or there can be one more strength, like I play a guitar very well. I am a great musician. I can sing well. I can dance well. These are all your strengths. And what are the examples of weaknesses? See, mostly people struggle with maths. So this questions are very difficult for me. This is a weakness. I cannot speak this language fluently. Let us take an example of English. You might not have that vocabulary or you might not have that good grammar. And then I do not like to lose in any game of sports. In every part of life, you will get success and failure. Okay. So this is chance of losing is also weaknesses. So as I said, SWOT analysis is all about knowing yourself, knowing the business, knowing the work, knowing the job. So how do we start? By understanding ourselves, we can know what you do, what you cannot do. And knowing upon this or knowing these information, how we can plan for the next step. Now we can improve ourselves because we know what we can do, we cannot do. And then what we cannot do, if we are able to improve it in some way, by practice or by some counseling or whichever way, you can be confident. So what are the techniques for identifying your strength and weaknesses? What you can do for that? There are just simple way. Nobody can teach this. In order to find the strength or your abilities or your good things or your better things, that is, see, you want to earn. For that, you need to have some strength. Okay. Just relax and think what you are good at. What will make you successful? What is always good with you? Try to ask people what they love about you, what they like about you. Okay? Because people will tell you, you speak well, you are very good at mathematics, you play well, you are very good batsman. So take time out and just know what you can do well. This will take out strengths in you. You will know about your strength. What about weakness? Try to find out what all points, what all things where you struggle. That is, you're all afraid of it. You don't want to go for it. And look at the feedback from others, what they give you. Okay. Some people may say, if you start singing, some people will say you are good at singing. But most of the people, if they're saying you're not good at singing, don't sing. It's a weakness. So you can do other things. Always be open for feedback. Right now what happens, people will say you are not good at this. You will just rebuke. You will just start quarreling with that person. Oh, you do your work. Okay, I'm good at this. And don't teach me. First you see yourself. This is what you generally people react. But what we have to do is, whatever people say, we have to take them feedback, because they're also individual. They have understanding. Okay, take these weaknesses gradually, gracefully, wonderfully, and then work upon it so that you can improve it. People are there to give you advices. It can be good, it can be bad. Sometimes they give you, they can tell you about your weaknesses. So always be open for the weaknesses, and when you know about weaknesses, work upon it. So this is how you find your strength. Think about it. Ask people. Weaknesses, think about it. Ask people. So there are certain questions. Try answering them. And if you can answer them, you will be knowing your strength and weaknesses by these questions. Right? So let us try to find out the answer for this question, and then we'll understand that what are good and what are bad in us. How am I different from others? That is, I am different from others, something I do very good. So this can be my strength. Okay. I can play well, I can dance well, I'm very good at speaking than others. I always win the debate competition. Okay. What do I do better than others? What are the things which I'm good at? People cannot do better than me. Okay. Whenever I play, I score 50 plus. So you are a good batsman then. This can answer your strength. What do other people admire in me? They praise something in you. So that is your strength. That is, some will say you are a very good speaker, you dance well, or you are very good at computers, and you are speaking very well. You take pause, you take punctuation. So these are people admire about you. What makes me stand out? That is, what is the only thing what are the things which is making me better than others? And let us come to the questions about weaknesses. Where do I worry and struggle? Why there is butterfly in my stomach? Where, how, and why do others perform better than me? That I always secure less marks, or I always score less runs in cricket. So this can be your weaknesses. What advice for improvement do I often receive from others? Everyone is saying that, okay, this is the problem in you. This is what you can improve. So that is how I can know about my weaknesses. So always open for feedback, understand it, and work out it. Interest and abilities. What are the difference between it? Abilities, interest, they both come under the category of strength. We're talking about strength here. So interest is what you love to do. Abilities is what you learn. Maybe you love it or not, but you have learned and you are doing it for your livelihood, for your job, to feed yourself. So let us see the difference between interest and abilities. Interest means those things that makes you happy. In your free time, you would like to do it often. You never get bored. Okay, like some people make, say, videos, some just sing. Abilities are not your interests; they are acquired. That is, you can teach yourself. Somebody can guide you, or you do engineering, doctorate, some vocational courses, learning English. All these are your abilities that has not come genetically or from birth. These are abilities which you acquire. Interest, why you're so curious about something, you always want to do it. No one has asked to do it, because environmentalist, those people who open NGO, they have interest in saving people, to help people. This is your interest, right? Some people love to cook. And what about abilities? Abilities is that if you have become a mechanical engineer, so you have done a 4-year engineering course. So this is your ability. This may be your interest, this may not be your interest. Sometimes you secure some marks, got some rank, and you are admitted in mechanical engineering. You are not getting computer science. Maybe computer science is your interest, and you are getting mechanical engineering. So mechanical engineering will be your ability, not interest. So interest is things you would like to learn. You would want to do it every time in your future also when you get retired, and you love to do it. You never get bored. Okay. For example, people they collect stamp, they collect coins. That is not ability. That is interest. So when your interest do not match with your ability, if it is not matching, so there are things you can do. Either improve your abilities, or you can just follow some other path. There is no point in beating the bush. Okay, that is, it is always seen that the interest of people and abilities are different. Sometimes people leave their ability to follow interest, that is, follow their passion, follow their love. But in order to feed, that is not advisable. Okay, for example, if you like music, it is your interest. But when you are not good at music, you are not good at singing, I would advise you not to become a singer, not to think about earning livelihood by becoming a singer, right? So interest, if it is not matching with ability, then just keep interest with yourself, work your ability, and try to earn and do good in your life. Because everything, even the bread comes with money, with dollars, with penny. Fill in the table given below to prepare an action plan to build upon your strengths and overcome your weaknesses. Now, as I said, you are the good judge of yourself. You know about your strengths and weaknesses. So this question can be answered by you more in a better way. But let me give you a hint how to do this. I'll give you one of these. There are 4, these rows. So you have to fill 4. Let us take an example of a strength. Okay, and then we will take a weakness. Most of the time, these strength are good things which people admire. You always are successful at. For example, you are a good speaker. Maybe your weakness is you have an anger issue. You become very angry, and you at spur of movement, you don't know how to react. You do angrily. So let us see the action plan. If you're a good speaker, you can emancipate this skill. You can talk more to the people. You can go to different, scenarios, different podiums, events. You can increase your vocabulary. You can, do it and listen to it, take people advice, become more good speaker. And when it comes to anger, whenever you get angry, start counting from backwards, 100 to 1. This you can do. You can do yoga, you can do meditation. So this is how you can manage anger. This is your action plan. Okay. Try to avoid all those situations where you get angry. Even if you get angry, then just think that most of the people who are in jail are because of their anger issues, not because they are bad people. Just because they got angry where it shouldn't be, and now they are behind jail. Self-motivation or self-inspiration or self-stimulus. So what does it mean? Why do we need it? You have always seen whenever you do something in a competition, there are certain people who will buck up for you. Buck up means, come on, do it. Yes, you can do it. So they give you that kind of energy or stimulus that you do better. Or say if you're running at say 80 kilometer per hour, you will run 90. So self-motivation is all about yourself, an individual, how one can motivate itself, inspire itself, or what is the stimulus one can gain in order to become a successful man or gain success in life, whether personal or professional. You might have heard about a story. There are two animals here. One is rabbit, the other is tortoise. Rabbit is hare. So now we know that this story, tortoise won the race. The hare is too fast because tortoise can never compete with hare because he is very slow. But how do tortoise win this race? Because the rabbit is having all that kind of self-confidence, overconfidence, and he sleeps in between. Okay, that is how the tortoise won, since he was slow. But why did he win? Because tortoise in all this time in the race, he never lost self-motivation. He never thought that he is less than anyone else. He was never lagging behind. He was slowly and gradually, he crossed all the problems, hurdles which he faced, and finally he continued the race without at all being demotivated by the people or by the other animals, or the other demotivating energy he was getting. So self-motivation is an energy, it is a force inside you, within you, that will push you, that will drive you to do certain things. What are those things? To achieve your goals, what you have made, the success, the happiness, it gives you happiness, and improve the quality of life. That is, you'll get money, you'll get car, all the lavishness that anyone would want. So self-motivation is actually our ability to do things by ourselves. That is, without someone or something influencing us. For example, the people will tell, okay, this is the deadline, you have to give us the assignment. Or somebody will say, come on, you can do it. Don't, there are people who are counselors, who are motivators, but you don't need them. When you do it by yourself without needing anyone in your life and to get success, this is self-motivation. I'll give an example. Here is Neha. Neha is spending the time after the school. She is practicing and she is solving more and more sample question paper. Why she is doing it? She is self-motivated because the motivation is, the goal is, she wants to get admission in a dream college, a good college of the city. Okay? Nobody tells her. Similarly here, Rekha. She gets up 5 a.m. every day, goes to the dance class, dances there, comes back, finishes her homework, then goes to the school. That is, no one is telling her to go to dance. She is so happy. She wants to do it. And that is her self-motivation towards her interest that is driving her to do all which others couldn't do. So different people have different motivational factors. They are in different point of life, they are motivated. So there are types of motivation. What are the types of motivation? Internal motivation. That is your love towards, your affiliation, your bendingness towards something. That is the things you would like to do. Whichever makes you happy, healthy, and you feel good doing it. That is your internal motivation. For instance, in some activity or annual day function, you perform and you learn dancing, singing, and you just feel good. The dance you love, or you can say singing you love. Now you will do it again and again without nobody telling you to do it. And there is external motivation. External motivation is some kind of reward. Reward means it can be getting respect, it can be getting recognition, appreciation, or even the money. For instance, say somebody like Suresh participated in a race, 100-meter race, and he won a prize. So now he is motivated because he always gets up practice because he always wants to get this reward. As a winner, people appreciates him. So what are the qualities of self-motivated people? You will easily find that this person is self-motivated and this is not. There are certain typical behaviors which are self-motivated, that is a self-inspired or self-stimulus person will show. So what are these typical behaviors? The first thing comes here is they know what they want from their life. They just don't live like any other ordinary life. For example, a boxer, he wants to get an Olympic medal. Okay, a good person in study wants to do PhD or MS from MIT. Some people who are special, they are focused. That is, Arjun, he was only seeing the eye of the fish when he was aiming at. So self-motivated people are always focused. And these people know what is important. They know the priority of life. They don't waste time in playing. They don't waste time in say family stuff and talking and girlfriends and all these. They just do what they want. And they are dedicated to fulfill their dreams. They are dedicated, devoted and determined because their dreams is what they want. Because dreams is all about success. Success is all about money. Money is all about good life, status, respect, love, care. Okay. So that is why they are dedicated to fulfill their dreams. I'll give an example, they are real life examples. He is Mr. E. Sridhar. Actually, he's a Dr. E. Sridhar. So he is 80 plus now. And in Kerala, he was projected as a CM candidate by a political party in India called BJP, who is the ruling party also. Chief Minister, see how much, effect or say status he enjoys. Though BJP didn't get that much seat there, I guess 2 seats they got. But E. Sridharan, he was a former managing director of DMRC, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, and he is called as the Metro Man. He was self-motivated, he was an energetic person, still he is, see 80% plus, and he wanted to be a CM. Okay? Because his motivation also helped the team. He motivated the team to work hard and achieve the result. That is how now we are self-sufficient as far as the metro rail projects are concerned in our country. We are at the level of China, Japan, Korea, right? As far as this metro rail is concerned. This is called self-motivation. This is how people get self-motivated and they work, which is something which we talk about now. Let me talk about MDH. This person is called Mahashay Dharampal Gulati. He just died few months back. And he is a founder of Mahashya the Hatti. MDH, he came as a refugee from Pakistan and he just started a very small shop in Karol Bagh. MDH, this is a spice company. When he had a small shop, he has an idea, he has a goal that he is going to do something because he loved those spices, Indian spices. And then in India, now the MDH is one of the leading spice company, and not only it is popular in India, it is reputed all over the world. Mahashay Dharampal Gulati. So what are the ways? How do we build self-motivation in ourselves? There are certain steps. See, this is all, it comes from inside. This cannot be taught. But still we can have some idea that how can we be self-motivated. We can start like this. First, find out your strength. What do you like? What you don't like? Try to understand, try to feel what makes you happy. For example, let us take an example. You love cooking. You are a good cook. You have inner, love for making food. Okay? So you know all about cooking. So now you have to set and focus your goal. That is, I have a goal of becoming a chef, good chef, and a well-reputed chef, maybe in 5-star or 7-star hotel. Now in order to achieve this goal, you have to focus all your work, all your energy towards becoming it, because you want to be a chef, right? So you have to do some course, some studies like this. So this is how first you find out what you want to be, then you define your goals and you have to take that path, and finally you have to develop a proper plan, timeline. So you have to set the goals, you have to list out all the activities you have to do. For example, you have to do schooling till 12th, then after you have to pass some examination, competitive examination, to go to some well-reputed hotel management institute, because hotel management institute will make you a good chef, and other knowledge you will get. It is not only about cooking, it's all about hotel industry, hospitality, etc. You need to know everything. And finally, you work toward that goal, because there will be difficult times. Sometimes it may happen you may not be able to become a chef. Sometimes you will not be able to clear your examination of hotel management. So what is the contingency plan? What is the plan B? Plan B. So in order to become a chef, if you don't become a chef, then what do? You can start you can be an entrepreneur. You can start your own, say, hotel or restaurant, and you can do what you love. Okay, because becoming a chef from hotel management institute is always good, but you can always start your work also. You can make better restaurant. All these, Khan Chacha restaurant or the Rajdhanis and the Kareems, they never went to any hotel management institute. So there is a path. There will be some crest and trough that are going to come, but you have to be self-motivated, because success is what you need, because self-motivation will get you this success. Now let us see the multiple choice questions here. This is the answer from your book. Okay, what makes you complete work or studies without others cheering you? There is no one involved. Still you are able to, by yourself, happily do your work, whether it be studies, whether it be games or anything, studies. So the answer is self-motivation, self-inspiration, self-stimulus, self-work, self-dedication, self-determination, self-devotion. Okay? So there is no one involved, there is no motivator, there is no motivational video you are watching, you are just doing it by yourself. Which of the following are types of motivation? So there are two types of motivation, internal and external. Internal, that is, you love that thing, you feel happy to do that thing. That is internal motivation. Okay, you just like it. Nobody will tell us that you do this. If you are going to swimming and you love it, you will go definitely to swimming next day. What is external? External, you go to swimming and you win a race, and people come and they just want to be your friend, they praise you, even you get money, say 10,000 bucks you receive. So now this is an external type of motivation. Bahari, internal is antrik. So these are two types of main motivation. Okay, A and C is the answer. Ravi works hard to get the best student award at the end of the year. What type of motivation in this? This is external. Because when you do it by yourself, you love that thing. But when you do something which you love and you get rewarded, you will try to achieve heights, Everest in that. Because you can get award, you can get appreciation, you can from some college or some university or some organization. You may even get the monetary benefits. So these are the motivation which will guide you to do something in your life. Self-regulation and goal setting. Self means you. I'm talking about you. How to regulate? What are the ways to regulate? And what are our goals? How to set goals? How to set goals and how to achieve them? So goal and goal setting, and especially the SMART, SMART goals. So this is an intersection. I'm telling you a story. A man who was traveling, he stopped at this intersection. And he asked, there was an elderly man, and he asked, where does this road take me? Where should I go? Or where does this road take me? The elderly person says or asks, where do you want to go? The man replied, I don't know where I have to go. The elderly says, then take any road. What the difference does it make? You can take any road because you don't know where you want to go. So how true is that? When you don't know the road you want to go, you can go anywhere. So if you don't have a clear vision in your life, what you're going to do, what you're going to achieve, what you want to be in your life, what you want to gain, achieve, how do you want success, you don't have a clear vision in personal and professional life, you won't get it. So you have to have a target, and that target should be a 10-pointer. Goals are what? Goals, they are set of dreams with deadline to get them. That is, you have a deadline, you have a milestone. So goals are set of dreams, and we decide certain milestone or deadline to achieve them. For example, your mother, father is giving you some money, say some pocket money. Now you're saving that money to buy a mobile phone which is very dear to you. So you know the time frame, you know the money, so you have a proper goal. So you have a dream of getting a mobile phone, and you also have a deadline. So what is goal setting here? Goal setting is all about finding and listing your goals, your aim, your target, and then planning on how to achieve them. That is goal setting. What is important to you? What is not important to you? So these goals allow you to separate out these good or redundant things, important and say waste things. The goals allow you to focus on the end result rather than looking for or wasting your time in an unimportant work. So let me tell you again, it will make you successful. So goal setting is a very important factor in personal and professional life. So this process of goal setting in your life, it will help you, it will guide you to decide on how to live your life, where you want to be, and how you want to be or what you want to be in future. SMART, SMART methods. How to set goals. Goals are aim, they are targets. What do you want to achieve in your life? So we have a SMART method, SMART rule. This is basically an acronym. So every letter has an expansion. So this SMART, S stands for specific. Specific, if you are able to answer 6 questions, take this 6 questions, answer them. If you can answer them, your goal is specific. What is the point? Where exactly do you want to hit the target? Specificity should be there. As I said, the goal should be a 10-pointer, not 8, not 7, not 6. So a specific and clear goal gives, you have to get the answer of who is involved in the goal. You, some other person, your daughter. What do you want to be, or what do I want to do? You want to do what? You want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, you want to be an astronaut, or you want to be a pediatrician, or say a helper, means helping people. Where do I start? If I have some goal, what is the point I should start? And when do I finish? What is my start line and what is my finish line? Okay? Which means do I use? In order to go to the finish or reach our finish target, what means I should take, and why am I doing this? Why am I doing all this? Okay? Because you know that you want success, you want some good life. So I'll give an example of not a very specific goal. For example, this goal is not very specific. I would learn to speak English or any other language. This is a vague kind of goal. It's not specific. Specific means you want to learn English. In order to learn English fluently, you have to join certain classes or take tuition, some coaching classes, and you have to do it after school or before school, every day or some, in week. And then you will be completing this course in say 4 months, 6 months, or 8 months. And then after 8 months or say 10 months, you have an inter-school debate competition. So I want to participate and I would like to get a position there. Measurable. Measure means you can count numbers. Mathematics is involved here. So if you are able to answer how much, how many, how do I know that I have achieved result? That is, these will be numerals, numbers. Okay? So your goal has to be measurable. Let me give an example here also. Non-measurable goal will be, I want to be rich. See, this is a measured kind of kick. That is how he's, putting the ball in the goal. So I want to be rich. This is not a measurable goal. Measurable goal is, I want to have a 5 times or 10 times more money than what I have today in my hand at the end of this year. For example, I have $1,000 dollars or rupees. I want $5,000 or rupees by the end of this year. I want to be rich is just vague. If you're having $1, you just want $2. Is it that? Achievable. The goal, if it is big, it can be achieved, but you have to break down the big goals into smaller parts which are achievable one by one. For example, if you say, I want to go to Pluto, the evening of Pluto is very good. This may be achievable, but not realistic that much. Not achievable that much. Okay? So, a bigger goal can be, I want to become a teacher in my school. That is, you want to be a good teacher, you want to be a successful and a teacher, you love teaching. So you have to break this goal into smaller goals. For example, you have to complete your 12th class higher secondary. Then you have to do the graduation which is required. Then you have to go for some Bachelor of Education and Master of Education course. And then you have to apply for the jobs in the teaching field. This is how you can achieve. So you have to divide the big goal, because every goal is big, divide it. Realistic. I gave you an example of Pluto. You want to go in afternoon, come back in the evening. It is not that much realistic. Realistic is we want to achieve and we can actually work towards it. Okay? Those goals which are unrealistic, that cannot be achieved, are real. There is no point in thinking about that. For example, unrealistic goal is, I will read my entire year's school syllabus one day and I'll get good marks. Can anybody complete their syllabus in one day, 24 hours? This is not realistic. If somebody does it, he'll get a Guinness record for sure. But normally, like you and me, normal people, you can say, I will spend 3 to 4 hours every day of the year. After school, whatever is being taught, I will revise. And then I will put more effort when the exam comes and I will try to get good marks. So this is a realistic goal. 3 hours is realistic. 4 hours is realistic. Okay? Because this revision is important and the realistic. See, Phoebe has made a scarf here and she made it realistic. She haven't thought about anything unrealistic. Time bound. Time is everywhere. You cannot have an infinite time to get or achieve a goal. There has to be a time frame. There has to be milestone, deadlines. For example, let us say not a time bound goal. I want to lose 10 kg sometime, someday. This is a vague kind of goal. 10 kg sometime. But if you say, I want to lose 10 kg in next 6 months, next 4 months, next 1 year, this is time bound. You know that this is the time. So what I told you is smart methods of goals and goal setting, right? So let us take the questions here. So we have already covered this in the discussion right now, but we'll try to have a glimpse of it. What is goal setting? Goal setting is that process which helps us, guide us to decide what we want in our life. This will help us to decide where we have to put effort in order to achieve this goal. And after achieving or deciding the goal or aim or target of the life, we can easily go through the process of achieving it. And this will give us the motivation to work hard, to actually, get up and work for what we want to achieve. In SMART goals, what does S stands for? As I said, S stands for specific goal. Specific or very clear goal there are basically 6 questions. Because not a specific goal, I want to become a doctor. No. Specific goal is, I want to become a doctor, say a pediatrician or say an orthopedician, by studying MBBS after my school gets over. After getting my MBBS degree, I will make a hospital in my village or I will apply for a hospital job. Okay? So who is involved? You are involved. You want to be a doctor. What do I want to do? I want to be a doctor. Where do I start? I have to study my basic courses and then I have to go for MBBS. There are certain exams for that. When do I start and finish? When I become doctor, I have to open a clinic or say good hospital, or I can get a job. Which means do I use? I have to apply for MBBS and get through it. And why am I doing this? Because I love helping people. I want to be a doctor. What is the best way to work on a long-term goal? Long-term goal, short-term goal. Short-term can be achieved in lesser time. Long-term goals are big goals, and this will take an entire time of your life to get it. Okay? So the first one is develop a long-term goal. First, ask yourself whether you would like to see yourself or where you would like to see yourself in next 5 years or 10 years. Okay, always HR people will ask, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? Build a goal for your these more broad ideas. Write out a specific goal. Separate short and long-term goals. That is, you can divide long-term goals into shorter goals, which are achievable, and assess your goal to make sure it's manageable. Because if you divide it into two parts, it may still be not a long-term goal. Achieving your long-term goal, the second part, you need commitment. You can divide it. Set a timetable for goals, sub-goals, and sub-goals. Right? 6 months, 1 year. Work on your self-discipline because nobody's going to guide you. You have to do everything by yourself. Develop habits that aid in accomplishing your goal. That is, if you want to be a doctor, have you taken biology? Have you been preparing for your, say, NEET or exam, which is going to come up in order to become a doctor? Review your process and any problems or obstacles that they come, identify them and try to overcome it. And finally, staying motivated, because long term is really, really long. You'll get crest and trough, obstacle, problems. So take breaks regularly. Try some fun, okay? And whenever you get this or achieve this small term goal, celebrate your success, okay? Because if you're happy, you will be motivated. Then only you can get this long term goal, because this is really long term. Okay, this is all about the self-regulation and time management. Self means an individual. How to regulate time, very important. How to manage time in your life. In order to understand the importance of time and why do we need time management, we need to understand or say go through a story. What happens here is Samir is a very lazy boy. And why he is lazy? Because he always postpone his work, postpone things that, okay, I'll do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. His father was quite worried, and he tried a lot to make him understand the importance of time. Samir promised his father, okay, I will never postpone his task, means he's not going to postpone the work. Now, this Samir is a very good singer. So one day he won the singing competition. Actually, he got the first prize. So he was asked to collect the prize the very same day. But the problem is, Samir, he didn't care. He has no importance for time. So he went to collect the prize the next day. But the day he was called, the prize was about the ticket to a circus show that particular day. Okay? Now when he went, the ticket was already obsolete. So the next day he went, the ticket has no value, the prize has no value. So he won the competition still, he didn't get any prize. So Samir now learned a very important lesson of his life, that never postpone anything, do it today, and time is very important. It holds importance in your life, is very important. So time is running. It never waits for anyone. Okay? So in order to get success, you need to understand time management. So time management is the ability to plan and control how you spend the hours, minutes, second of your day. How do you do it in a good way, well, plan, and do all that you want to do. That means I'll do this time, I'll do this time. That is, for these 24 hours, you have made a timetable, your schedule. That is, 6 hours I will sleep, 6 hours I will work, this time I'll do good work, exercise. I'll give an example. If you get a homework in your school, you'll say, okay, maybe after watching this TV program or talking to our family, I'll do this work at 9, or some birthday is there, you go there. But 9:30, you're so tired, your eyes are not opening. So basically you are not able to do your homework. So the best way is come from the school, do your homework, study, and then there are recreational activities. All those activities other than your future or making your future are only recreational activities. Let us see the example and non-example of time management. That is one example I'll give you that shows time management. One is not a time management. Time never stops for anyone. It's running. It's still running. Our life is around 70 to 80, average life. And most of the time we are sleeping. So 8 to 9 hours it goes for sleep. And other time you are either eating, either say, doing your daily work, means one hour is required for taking bath, etc. Some event will be there. Some event in your community will be there. So you have less time. Time will never say you that do me. You have to use the time. So I'll take an example. Samira, she is very punctual. She is disciplined. She comes on time. And she has a plan. She has a regular schedule plan that she religiously follow every day. She plans for study and playtime in advance. Okay, this is the time she has, what time she would study, what time she would play. Everything is decided because she knows what she has to achieve. She is self-regulated. Now coming to Nisha. Nisha usually arrives late at work. She is late at work. She is late at school. And the assignment or the work she is being given to complete, she doesn't do it, or she's not able to do it. Sometimes there are so many activities, fun activities, some party, some recreational. She just gets carried away by all these, and she forgets that the main task in hand is to make your life, your future. Once you have a good job, you'll have good money, you have a quality of life, then you can do anything you want. Not today. Neither your brother, sister will come, nor your kids will help you, the parents will help you. So time management is the thinking skill, and time management helps in a lot of way to enhance the present state of your life. First, if you manage time, you can complete your work, different jobs on time. That is, sometimes you are not able to complete your task, so sometimes you will be scolded. Time management, that means making a timetable, making a proper schedule that you are going to follow religiously. Sometimes you may not be able to follow, but most of the time you need to follow it. Okay. The benefit is that you have done an exercise which is having 15 questions. Oh, okay, it took me 30 minutes. So for 20 questions, it will take around 45 to 50 minutes. So you'll have a good idea. Any work, any job, any assignment, you will be able to submit on time, and the time will not be wasted at all because you have a proper schedule. You have managed your time. You have not wasted your time. So people say, oh, the money has gone, so my stuff is not there. No, it's all about time. Steps are in ladder. So we go up whenever we walk on a ladder. So time management, and to be precise, effective time management, there are certain ways, there are certain steps to achieve this time management, or how do you manage the time. So there are certain steps which we can have in our mind. First step, important step, is to organize yourself. How to organize yourself? Every day or the before day, if you are sleeping today, you need to make plan for the next day. Means you have to plan daily activities We make a timetable, and that you need to follow religiously, rigorously. Okay? Make your bed whenever you get up. That is the first thing you can do. Go and get yourself fresh. Then all the work which you have planned, do it, one by one. Keep your surrounding clean. Keep your study table clean. Don't have a mess, because mess will make your mind mess. Okay, put everything where they belong. It will help to save your time. It will help to have in your mind, you can have creative ideas, good ideas. Environment plays a good role. Make your room, your study table clean. The environment should be good. The step 2 is prioritize. Prioritize means what you have to do first and what you have to do last. That is, if you have 4 work, which one is more important? Which one is least important, or which one is you can all the way delete, or you don't even think about that. Okay, this is the to-do list. That is all the activities. You need to have priority. Rank them. For example, if you have to take your mother to the doctor, that has to come first. You have to complete the assignment second. If you want to talk to your girlfriend, that should come last. How you can prioritize like that. So you have to rank everything in order of importance. First thing, I'll give you an example. For example, if you got any homework, this is the most important task. If you are a kid or if you are studying, completing homework is the priority you should have. Other task, some movie watching, recreational games, this should come last. I'm not saying this should not be done, but these are the priority things. Do your work, prepare for examination. Third step is control. Sometimes, everyone wants fun. So we just get carried away by certain activities or anything which comes up to us. We want fun. That is, we waste our time chatting on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on YouTube, watching YouTube videos, some funny videos. So chatting on phone, and everyone has now girlfriend and boyfriend. So most of the time they waste there. Gossip sites are there, and even watching television is we cannot control ourselves. See, there are so many people. There is so much struggle in life. There is so much competition. So we need to control ourselves. If you don't work today, if you don't work hard today, if you don't control yourself today, nobody is going to see you in your later life. Okay? You need to have good job. You need to have good future, good money, especially for those who are 18 below. Because this is the time you have to make your life. When you become 48, people should salute you. Track means what you have decided and what you have done and what you are not able to do. What you haven't done. Okay? Means you have to analyze. You have to find out whether you have used time effectively or not. Okay? Then you will be able to identify, oh, I wasted time here, I wasted time there. Right? The successful people don't do things differently. Okay? They just perceive and do things in a different way. They don't take anything else, but they take the thing in a different way. So tips for practicing the 4 steps for effective time management. There are 4 steps, and how to get this or hold or imbibe these 4 steps. First, we are calling it as organize, second as prioritize, third is control, and then track. Avoid delay or postponing any activity which has already been planned. Okay, if you keep the milk outside, it will not be well for drinking. Okay, so you have to put it in the fridge. Avoid delay. Organize your room and school desk. As I said, if you have a good environment, you have good thoughts. Develop a NDZ, no disturbance zone. I'll give an example. When I passed 9th and it was 10th, it was a board examination. My mother, this is my personal example. So my mother, she packed the television and she kept it over a closet. And we kids were very, very angry. Why are you doing this to us? Okay, we need to watch programs. But as TV was not there, television was not there, we don't have anything else but to study. So we studied, we worked, and then if some my friend would come, mother would go to the door and she will say, whatever you have to say to me. Don't waste my kid time. So this is how we were benefited. Use waiting time productively. In doctor, any appointment you have to wait. So use them productively. You can do, or you can learn at that particular half an hour or 1 hour. Always make a to-do list. You need to have a priority, which you have to do first, which you have to altogether not do. Replace the redundant, waste and useless activity with certain productive activities. Even after doing job, you get 4 or 5 hours for yourself, okay, after your family time. Use this time so that it will benefit you or benefit your society. Coming to question and answer, we have already seen in the discussion the question and answer, but let us go through them, okay. So what is time management and how can you manage your time? So we have discussed about 4 steps. Time management is the ability to plan and control how you spend the hours of your day in a better way, good, well, and do all that you want to do. So we have 4 steps. The first step is to organize. Second is prioritize, then control, then track. Organize means we have to plan activities, day-to-day activities. Every day is a new day. You have to make a timetable and you have to follow it also. Keep your surrounding, your house, your room clean. Put thing bags back where they belong. And this all will save your time. Second step is prioritize. You have to make a to-do list in order of importance. That is, for example, preparing for competition, doing your homework. This is important. Okay? And you can also track them. Step 3 is control. Control is to control yourself, regulate yourself. There are certain activities, there are certain work which will give you fun. But this phoning, this love relationship, not finding time for your studies or for your any kind of, say, the job-related activity. If you're not giving time, you're wasting your time. Nobody is going to come later. See, why you are being scolded at your house? Because your parent doesn't want you to be scolded in the intersection, chorahe par. So you have to have control. Track. Track means whatever you have planned, have you done it? The to-do list, have you completed it? And what all the activities you have done, which has wasted your life, which has wasted your time. So either your family is big or your friends are, they want fun always. So track back. How can tracking your time help you? See, this is time. You have 24 hours. Everyone has 24 hours. You wake up at 7, sleep at 11. You know the time. Okay? So tracking your time helps you gain perspective on your life. You can find out, determine, evaluate whether you want to go to NIT, say NEET, IIT, you want to be a chartered accountant, you want to be astronaut, you are playing good games, you want to go as become a musician. So this will determine how do you spend time, how do you prioritize. That is 7 to 8:30. You always, everyone will have daily activities. So you just have less time. So see how many hours you can actually work. This can separate from your, from the stories you tell yourself. That is, discover what your priorities are. Time, when you have enough time, you'll feel richer because time is also money. People say that. So what we did good, what we didn't do good, and what we have done which was productive, and what was waste. Okay. So time is equal for everyone. You have to maximize the usage of time, right? So how this tracking your time help you is this answer. Okay, this is all about this discussion. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.